Let me tell you a secret. Motivation will fail you. Today I'll speak about why motivation will always fail you and it will not be the best way to progress and learn and improve at art. While I'm speaking, I will have this time lapse of a painting that I've recently done playing in the background so that you can watch that. Most of us have been in this situation where it is the new year and we start thinking about New Year resolutions and putting out our goals and thinking about what we want to achieve. And we really start working on our goal and we're really motivated. But this motivation slowly disappears, and a couple months after, it's nowhere to be found. And then slowly, we stop working on our goals, and then time goes by again and we look back and we feel disappointed that we didn't achieve our goals. And then the end of the year comes back and New Year hits and we go through the same cycle again. I'm sure this scenario feels familiar, and a lot of us really rely on motivation to get things done, but as our experience indicates that it is usually not enough. So why is it not enough? So motivation is, as I mentioned, usually temporary. Motivation can be affected by many different things: our mood, our energy level, external circumstances, how busy we are. And if we rely on motivation alone, we would really struggle to progress when motivation goes away. Motivation can be good sometimes to give us the extra push and really get us going. But really, as I mentioned, it quickly fades away especially when we're faced with challenges. It's easy to be motivated when things are easy and continue to keep going. But as soon as we are faced with challenges, our motivation might fade because things are becoming more difficult. Motivation also can be very unpredictable. We don't know when we will be motivated and when we'll be able to work on our goals. And that's why it's really not good to rely on it. So overall, motivation can be helpful at times and it can push us a little bit more and it can give us that excitement to keep going. But motivation alone will not let us achieve our goals. And if we're really relying on motivation, we will see that our progress is lacking. So what should we do instead? So we said that motivation is not good. So what is the alternative? The alternative is discipline. We should really rely on discipline to achieve our goals and make progress. And the reason discipline is important is because a lot of times we're not motivated. So discipline will help us build habits and routines, and it will help create a structure that will help us stay on track to achieve our goals, even when we're not motivated. Discipline will help us with consistency. So when we're disciplined, we will always and continuously work on our goals, and we'll keep going in establishing these habits that will help us grow. And contrary to motivation comes and goes, discipline will keep us going in a consistent and gradual way. The other thing about discipline is it will help us overcome resistance. As I mentioned before, it's easy to be motivated when things are easy and going smoothly, but as soon as we're faced with obstacles, disciplines will help us push through these hard times and challenge ourselves to get better and surpass these difficult times. Discipline also is good because it helps develop self-control. It's easy to just get distracted, watch TV or do other things, or play video games, or just do other things that we want when we don't feel motivated to do and work on our art. So when we're disciplined, it really redirects us to have self-control in working on our goals, and it helps us make better decisions towards our goal and avoid the distractions that come in our lives. Discipline also helps build confidence. When we practice discipline and we keep working on our goals and make small little progresses day by day or week by week, we build the confidence in our ability and we see that there's progress. When we rely on motivation, it might go days or weeks where we don't draw, and then we look back and we see that there's no progress. But when we have discipline, even if we do a little bit every day or have a certain amount of time dedicated to art every week, we'll see that there is progress, and this will help us build the confidence that our hard work is paying off. So overall, relying on discipline can really help us achieve our goals a lot better than motivation, because it helps develop habits and build resilience and self-control to work on our goals day by day. So to summarize, discipline is more important than motivation. Because motivation is usually temporary, it comes and goes, it fluctuates depending on our mood and energy and environment and external factors, while discipline helps build habits that will get us working on our goal. And it will help us work on getting better at art. Discipline really involves creating and developing routines and setting goals and sticking to a plan, even when it's difficult and inconvenient, and especially when faced with challenges. It really requires dedication and commitment to push through the obstacles and the challenges that we face. Motivation can be helpful in sometimes giving us the extra push, but it's usually not reliable. It easily comes and goes, and it's really good when things are going well. It will help us push even further. But when faced with challenges and studies that we might find boring, motivation will not get us going. So I've realized myself that relying on motivation alone will not get me going, and I really had to work on discipline and understand how I can develop this discipline. So to do that, I had to really work on my goals and set a schedule for myself to really try and study art and focus on improving at art in addition to drawing and painting the things that I like. So I encourage you to really think about yourself and your art and develop the discipline that you need to develop and improve your art rather than relying on motivation. And if you're really struggling with improving at art and you feel that your art hasn't improved in a long time, you can click on this video here where I talk about some of the reasons why your art may not be improving. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.